Hello, my name is Katie Kremick. I'm your instructor for Design Thinking for Social Innovation. We are on week 5. So I'm here to just help launch you into the week, review your assignments and your design work, and hopefully clarify questions you might have. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Here is Canvas. So the big assignment that's due this week is that we are going to be taking a look at the design work you've done so far in weeks 2 through 4. So at the end of this week, you want to make sure that you've reviewed weeks 2 through 4, you feel really good about your work, and you're ready for us to take a look at it. And we'll be evaluating it then for the midterm. If you're wondering about whether you're hitting the mark, definitely use the design rubrics at the bottom of each of the weeks to kind of push your thinking. But if you're really demonstrating your thinking, you're taking time to document, you're going to do well on the midterm. So don't stress too much about it. Just make sure you're really showing us all of your thinking and your best work. You also, because this summer is a little tighter, you have the design work for week 5 that you also need to complete, but it's light because of that midterm being due. In terms of reading, there's a couple of articles due. Watching, there is a lecture and another video here. And then we just went over that apply the work. Oh, the other thing that's due is that you should be meeting with your peer mentor group and you're going to submit your summary, each person individually. This is a great time to get feedback from your group. If you have questions or if you're wondering if a particular idea or thinking is clear, or if you need help pushing your ideas, lean on your peer mentor group. Okay, so I'm gonna come up here to week 5. So this is where it says midterm is due. We're not going to be evaluating anything you do on week 5. So it's all of the work that you did over week 2, week 3, and week 4. And then the other thing you need to complete during week 5 is review these guidelines for designing and testing prototypes. As I mentioned in the lecture, a prototype is a way to try out your idea in a small scale to answer questions you might have about it. I've given you some examples here from a project that I worked on with colleagues during the pandemic. And there's 3 examples of prototypes, and then there's 2 examples of videos of testing the prototypes. So you're going to use this framework to design your prototypes, thinking about what assumptions are you making about the solution and why it will meet the needs of your stakeholders, and then thinking about what are small experiments that you can try to answer those assumptions. And you're only going to need to test one prototype with one stakeholder, but you can see on this framework that you wouldn't only do one prototype, right? You might do several prototypes with multiple stakeholders until you work up to a kind of pilot where you've answered all these assumptions and you're testing something that's closer to the real thing. And then this tool is here to help you plan your prototype. Who are you going to talk to? What do you need to prepare? Are there artifacts you need to prepare? What is the experience going to be like? The steps. And this is just a friendly reminder again about how to engage with your stakeholders, and that you're only should be testing with someone that you know personally or someone who has a community-facing role in a nonprofit or another organization. So we want to be sure that you're engaging with folks that are kind of in a position to engage with you, either because you have a relationship with them or because of their role. And you're going to stop there. So you're going to really do the work of planning out your prototype and how you're going to test it. And then in week 6, you're actually going to go to the stakeholder who you've selected and you're going to test out your prototype. And the lecture will talk much more about this. And then the main work of week 6 is to gather your feedback and thoughts from the people that you tested, and then make sense of it. Like, what does it mean to you? What did you learn? What questions did you answer? But that testing and reflecting isn't until week 6. Week 5 is really about getting week this midterm polished up so that we can take a look at it, and then also kind of planning how you would prototype and who you might test with. So that is the main focus of this week 5. As always, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm available, Bailey's available. We're happy to also do office hours if you ever want to think through an idea or have a question. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much. Good luck, and we can't wait to see your design work at the end of this week. Thank you.